Hi, I'm Denise Gagne, and I'm here today to do a quick overview of the online learning lessons for Musicplay Online, pre-K to grade 6, that are for the home learning component, the online learning component. Of course, you can do these in your classroom as well. And if you're worried that students may get sent home during the year, it would actually be a really good idea to start your year using these online learning module lessons, and then the students will be used to seeing you go to that section before they go home. Every American teacher starts at a different time. And if you start early in August and have 4 August lessons, start with back to school 1 and then do 2, 3, 4. If you start mid-August and you maybe only have 1 lesson in August, do back to school 1. If you have 2 lessons, do 1 and 2. 3 lessons, do 1, 2, and 3. And that's the same for all grades. We're going to introduce the material for back to school in lesson 1 and then expand on it for the further lessons. So this is pre-K. So for your 4-year-olds, I actually prefer the pre-K program to the kindergarten. So if you don't have pre-K, I'd still recommend you do pre-K with your kindergartens. If you have both, then do pre-K for pre-K and kindergarten for kindergarten. All the modules are set up like this. This is where your concepts are. This is your lesson outline. These are your supporting resources. That's an All About Me worksheet. And here are the objectives in the form of I can statements. That one isn't, but it should be. So we start with the opening song, Time for Music. The students just have to play. This makes it full screen, and they are invited to join along. And it goes on. I'm not going to show all of it. There's a kids demo that follows. So the children that are learning at home can see how other children do the song. Then there is a rhythm warm-up, and we've gone to the vegetable rhythms. There's no controversy over orange being 2 syllables or 1. So we've got carrot, carrot, peas, peas. First I clap and say. Then first I say. Then I say and clap, then I just clap, and then I do it with body percussion. And the purpose of this is to teach the children, or to have the children experience that rhythm and music comes from language. So the children just echo, and there are echo voices on the video. Boys and girls, we're going to carrot, carrot, peas, peas. Carrot, carrot, peas. So there's an echo model on there for them. Now we want the children to think about what they would like to do in music class this year. So they can either print out the worksheet that was at the top in supporting resources, or if you want to save paper, draw a picture of what you'd like to do in music class, and they'll have some ideas given here. The poem Roly-Poly goes up, 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 down, 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 fast, 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 slow, 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 loud and quiet. So it's a poem to introduce all those concepts to pre-K. They're going to experience all those concepts long before we label them. Then we have the Wash Your Hands song, and that's to remind children that one of the things we can do and empower the children to do often is to wash your hands and kill germs that way. So we invite them to watch the video, play the video again, sing along this time. And then we've used the song Twinkle, Twinkle. That's familiar to many children, and we want to give them something that they're already comfortable with. So Twinkle, Twinkle is here. Our goodbye song in pre-K is Skinamarink, and if they go down here, they can play the kids' demo version of Skinamarink. Generally, we will invite the children to review, and we show how the search tool is used so that if parents are on the site with them, they can search for songs that they might know. You can see there's games for the kids to play on the site. Optional assessments. I hope you don't have to assess pre-K, but if you do, there's some ideas for you. Typically what teachers do is they will put a link to this module into their Google Classroom or into Seesaw. So you simply copy the URL. Copy it, and then you put that link into their Seesaw platform, and you tell them in that Seesaw platform if you want them to do the entire lesson, and what you would like them to send you from the lesson. And in this lesson, it would be nice to see they're all about me, either the colored worksheet or the printed version if they choose not to print it, if they want to just draw their own picture. So that would be what I would suggest from pre-K and K if you have to do anything for assessments. This last slide is just to remind parents and admin that music is literacy. And if you want a PDF copy of this, I am happy to send it out to you, Denise at musicplay.ca. So that is the pre-K back to school lesson 1, which you will do whenever in August you start back to school. I'm going back to all the modules, and I'm going to find the first module for kindergarten. So here's back to school lesson 1 for kindergarten. Again, concepts are here, an outline of the lesson, worksheets if they have printers and want to, the objectives as I can statements. And this time we're using the welcome song from kindergarten. And this is an echo song, so very easy for children to do. They listen and sing. And so that's an easy way. The same vegetable rhythms is given because I want kindergartens doing the same thing, experiencing that rhythm and music comes from the language. The same wash your hands song, I'm going to use it in every grade level because this year washing hands is more important than ever. And we invite them to create movements to go with the music. The All About Me worksheet is a little bit different for kindergarten. We've got some guided printing practice in this, or save paper and make your own drawings. Make a picture showing what you'd like to do in music class this year. Again, we've given Twinkle Twinkle as a familiar song that children will feel comfortable singing. Maybe mom and dad will sing along with them. And then we're ending the kindergarten class with Skinamarink. And again, we're showing the kids' demo for Skinamarink. So pre-K and K, almost the same lesson, just the welcome song is different. The review, the assessments, music as literacy, and the lesson. Back to the modules, and I'm going to go through grade 1 with you. So I'm scooting down past our kindergarten. Grade 1 is yellow, so here's back to school lesson 1 for grade 1. Again, concepts are here, outline of the lesson, a printable if they have a printer, and we always offer a non-printing option because I don't have a printer at my house either, so I don't expect every family to have one. I can statements. So here it's I can sing and echo, I can sing and move to music, I can clap and say rhythms. And they sing Welcome to Music. And this is the welcome song actually from 2nd grade. I've borrowed it and put it here. It's also an echo. Welcome to music, welcome to music, glad you're here, glad you're here. I've used that forever. It's fun, familiar, easy to pick up on, and a nice way to welcome children to music class. So I'll be using that throughout many of the lessons in grade 1. I've given the grade 1s the same vegetable rhythms. They may have learned to read ta and tt in kindergarten, but if not, this is, again, we want them to experience it before we start labeling. The Wash the Hands song again for grade 1, and a similar All About Me worksheet. And again, some guided printing practice. Many first graders still need lots of help with their printing and lots of practice with their printing, and then a chance to make a picture to show what they want to do in music class this year. Then we've given the grade 1s the song She'll Be Comin' Round the Mountain. Again, might be familiar to many of the children. They sing first with the lyrics video so that they get to see some of the words. She'll be coming round the mountain with. And we suggest listen to the song. After hearing verse 1, can you sing along with it? And the children can do this by themselves. If parents go through this once with them, they'll learn pretty quickly. This is the play button. This is how you make it full screen. And then we give the song to them again, but this time with a children's demo showing what the actions are. And then we end the song with the music time is over. Again, this is another little echo song. The music time is over. The music time is over. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. So that's, again, a goodbye song I've used forever. They also were encouraged to explore, find songs that maybe they did last year. Here's optional assessment ideas and music as literacy. So I'm going to go back and take a quick look at grade 2. There's pre-K, there's K1, and grade 2, back to school 1. Here's concepts. Here's our lesson outline. Now, grade 2s, I'm going to go a little further with the healthy habits, and we're going to have them echo sing Mi Re Do, because the song Wear a Mask is based on the melody of Hot Cross Buns, Mi Re Do. So we can start having the children experiencing the Mi Re Do, so we can label it later in grade 2. So again, they have an All About Me worksheet. The objectives are given as I can statements. And they start with the same Welcome to Music song that I did with the grade 1s. This actually comes from grade 2. Same practice with the vegetable rhythms. I will move on in the next lessons to rhythm echoes, because grade 2s should be further along than needing to label ta and titi. But just in case, we'll make sure that we do lessons that will label ta and titi for those children that may not have understood it when they were in first grade. The Healthy Habits Wash, Wash, Wash Your Hands song. It's to the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat, so they could sing it as a round. If you have them in person, that would be a great activity to do to this. Then we have echoing solfege, echoing Mi Re Do. And when I do the echo patterns in solfa, we use movable do, so it will move around. Echo.
Mi, re, do, re, mi, mi, mi.
So the children would sing back, and again, this button makes it full
Do,
screen.
re, mi, do.
So now we have moved from key of C to key of F, showing that do can move to different positions. The Wear a Mask song is, I'll show you full screen on this one. And it repeats. So that one's available. A lot of students don't have to wear masks, but in our schools, the children are being asked to wear masks in the hallways and in common areas of the school. And some encouragement is going to be needed to get them to keep those masks on and wear them properly all day. Complete the All About Me workshop. So this is second grade. So now we have more language. They fill in how many years old they are, what color hair and eyes, a song I like to sing, instrument I like to play. In music class, my favorite thing to do is, and then draw a picture of themselves. So more language as we go up the grades. And then we sang the Music Time is Over song. That was the same song as grade 1, and we'll be using it in second grade as well. And again, there's the review, optional assessments, music as literacy. And we're going to go on and have a look at third grade. I do not want to add a new post on the forum. Okay, I'm going to go back to my online learning modules. And I'm going to jump down to grade 3. So grade 3, lesson 1. Again, concepts. In third grade, I like to introduce 16th notes. So we're already going to experience it here. We're going to do another echo song as a warm-up. We're going to practice some rhythms with body percussion, do the Wash Your Hands song, we'll Stay Apart song, a Music and Me booklet, and then the Music Time is Over. So the booklet is here if they have a printer. Here's the I can statements. But we start with going on a picnic. And this is kind of a fun lesson.
Going on a picnic,
and the kids echo.
Going on a picnic, leaving right away. Leaving right away. If it doesn't rain, we'll stay all day. Stay all day. Did you bring the hot dogs? Yes, we brought the hot dogs. Did you bring?
And the children are invited to make a list of the foods they would like to bring to a picnic and sing their new picnic foods in the song. Then we have a rhythm warm-up. And in this one, the kids see and they echo what they hear. Echo. So it's not overly difficult to figure out what to do in here, but they're experiencing rhythms that we're hoping we can label and practice soon in 3rd grade. The wash, wash, wash your hands song, that's going to be very simple for them. We'll Stay Apart is a familiar melody. It's the same as the Pizza Hut song or a Ram Sam Sam. And I encourage them to make up movements to go with the song. We may add a demo video for this one.
We'll stay apart, and we'll cover when we cough, and we'll stay apart, and we'll cover when we cough, and we'll stay apart. We'll wear masks, and we'll cover when we cough, and we'll stay apart. We'll wear masks, and we'll cover when we cough, and we'll stay apart. We'll stay apart.
So that's new for the 3rd. This is a really cute little booklet idea. And if they can't print, they can draw it out on a piece of paper. You would fold the piece of paper into 4, and then they would make these different sections. And hopefully they give that to you as their assessment for this lesson so that you get to learn a little bit more about them if you haven't met them before. And then we end with the music time is over, review, optional assessments, music as literacy. So I'm going to go back and jump into grade 4. Two, three, 4 is blue. So back to school lesson. In grade 4, we have concepts. Here's our outline and supporting resources. This is a teacher guide. This is for you, or maybe a parent wants to read through that to see what the musical purpose of the activities in the lesson are. Here's the objectives. I can echo body percussion. I can make up new clap patterns to a song. I can sing songs and do movements. So we start with echoing the body percussion again. And then we teach the song Lula. So listen to the song. While you're listening, think of ways that you could move to it. So the words to the song are just Lu and La. Words are really easy, and it's a fun, catchy little melody. And this is a game where participants make up clap patterns. Typically, they're doing clap patterns with somebody else. If you're doing this in person, the kids are going to be doing the clap patterns completely on their own, but you can make up some really challenging patterns. Let's look at some of the ones that the kids do in this video. So that's a nice, easy pattern. And name a country. We're going to skip that part. We're just going to worry about patterns. And they go back and forth. So after the child has watched 3 or 4 patterns being made up, maybe they could make one of their own. Or whatever pattern they want to make up. If you're in person, it has to be something that they can do all by themselves in their own space. If they're at home and they have a sibling, maybe they can invite their sibling to do it with them. So kind of a fun activity. Wash, wash, wash your hands is the healthy habits song we're teaching in all grades. We'll stay apart, same as what we did in grade 3. We'll stay apart, we'll stay apart. And this one is a round. So if the students want to try it as a round, they certainly can go back and play it and then see how well they can stick to one of the parts. We've got the same Music and Me booklet that we had in third, and that's so that the children can think a little bit about what they'd like to be doing in music class this year, and you can get to know them a little bit better. Review, assessments, music as literacy. So back to the modules, grade 5 and 6 is the same lesson. And I'm going to group lessons more in August, possibly than in other grade levels. But the first lesson for 5 is the same as the first lesson for 6. If you do have 7s and 8s, have them do the same lesson. So here's the back to school lesson. And in here, we're going to work on 16th notes, create rhythm patterns, create movement, non-locomotor movement, and we're going to do a round. Here's the outline of the lesson, the I can statements. And here we have a printable that actually would be really nice if they could print it out, because it's a single card, like a bingo card, where they tell all kinds of things that they can do musically. So it starts with echo body percussion. This is a fairly simple warm-up for 5th and 6th, but they're just getting back to school after being out for 6 months, so it's a different kind of year. The same Lula game that we did with the 4th grade, this is equally appropriate for 4th, 5th, and 6th. The same Wash Your Hands song, the same Stay Apart, and we want them to try it as a round. And here comes what's different. They're going to play Singo, and I don't know if I can make this bigger. I wish, oh yes I can. I can make it bigger. So the idea is that they color in a square when you can play a C chord on a ukulele. So that will let you know if they know how to play ukulele. If they can name the spaces on a staff, F-A-C-E. Play Mary Had a Little Lamb on the piano. Find and listen to a classical song. So the children are kind of challenged to try some new things if they haven't tried them before. And it will give you a chance to get to know them a little bit. And potentially they could make their own single card if they don't have a printer, because you can make this bigger and have a good look at it and see what the things are. And you get the middle square for free. You win when you get a line of 5 in a row. And again, we have the optional assessment, the music as literacy. So this is the back to school online learning modules. And I'll show you again where you can find them on the website. So if I'm looking at the normal teacher view of the website, this is what you see. Over here on the left is the online learning modules. If you want to link directly through your Google Classroom or your Seesaw or Schoology or anything else, you can go to the module that you want the students to complete, and you can copy the URL and you can put that into your Seesaw or your Google Classroom so that the kids go directly to here. If you're a low-tech kind of person and you don't have a school platform, simply email the kids this link and send them there. If you are in person with your students, there is no reason that you cannot use exactly the same lesson. This is a great little lesson. It's going to be fun. It's going to prepare them to start naming rhythms. It's in this year, 2020, we're not going to be able to sing in person, but they can listen to the songs and start developing that audiation and that inner hearing. If you want to know what we're planning further ahead, download the month outlines from the lesson planning area. And the month outlines start in September. So if you want to know what Denise is going to plan for grade 2 lessons, download the month outlines. Go here, click, and download, because I have based all of my online learning modules on the content that is here. So starting September week 1, the lessons will all be based on the content here. Currently, for August, Canadian schools don't start in August, so this is really for our American schools. Currently, what I'm doing, I'm basing our content on the units, and I'm basing it on things from the back to school unit. There's a healthy habits unit that's getting built. It's not built yet. That's why I'm just using some of the songs, but I'm using songs from the healthy habits unit that will end up here in the back to school unit. I am also going to, for grades 4, 5, and 6, do a lesson that uses Lift Every Voice and Sing in August. And again, if you want to do that some other time of the year, you certainly could. So we have a lesson here on Lift Every Voice and Sing. We're making some additional lesson materials for it, but this is our version of the song. We found a YouTube arrangement by Kirk Franklin that's absolutely fabulous, and that's what we're going to use in our lesson. So in the August lessons, you can expect Lift Every Voice and Sing, and we're also going to offer the option of doing lessons on the Star Spangled Banner. We have a wonderful interactive activity. I'll link the students to it. We'll create worksheets to go with it. And so you'll have the choice of teaching both or teaching just one of those two songs in the later August lessons. And again, the lessons for September will be based, and October, November, December will be based on the online, on the monthly outlines that are in the lesson planning section. So if you're new to Musicplay and you're feeling like, there's so much, it's so overwhelming, I would suggest the first thing you do is go to your grade level that you want to find out about and download the month outlines. And that will tell you very quickly what songs from the song list. Why are you not showing up? Here you go. There we go. What songs are in the song list and where I'm going to use them in the online learning modules. If you're starting in person, I would still suggest you start with this so that when you switch, or if we switch, I think it's going to be a when you switch to virtual learning, you can just continue with the same sequence. So download your month outlines from here, and then you have lessons for the whole year, and these will be in the online learning modules for your students at home. A suggestion I have for you is if you are using the online learning modules, make an explainer video like I did right now for you, and make it for your students and walk them through the steps of the lesson. That way they see your face, not mine. And it will keep you connected to the students. A lot of students take our songs, or sorry, I didn't mean that. A lot of teachers will take our songs and make their own videos of them, showing the actions so that the kids keep a connection with their own music teacher. And that's by far more valuable than me doing it. One of the requests that I have had, and I'm going to try it and see if it works, is to do a complete lesson video for the kids, especially the little ones that can't read, so that parents don't have to sit with them and work their way through. And when I am able to get this done, it's going to become Procedure 1, and it'll be called Complete Lesson Video. And I basically will go through everything that's here, but I will go through it slower, play the complete song, and then that will be available to your students to use if they don't want to go through the step-by-step process. Thanks so much. I hope this has been worth your half hour to do this with me, and I hope to see you again very soon.